Talk a little bit about Nebraska, and what an amazing story this has been. I mean, this is a team a couple weeks removed from losing to Gardner-Webb. And now you see what they have put together here in starting 3-0. First time they've done that in any conference in more than 40 years. And the constant here has been the backcourt. It is really good.
Yeah, Ty Webster, the senior, has answered the call admirably, really having to become a little bit more selfish on the offensive end of the floor because after him, it's essentially a sophomore-driven team. He was fantastic on both ends of the floor. You talked about it as we opened up this segment, Dave, the fact that Peter Jock had 34 points. The majority of those did not come when Ty Webster was guarding him. 30 of those points came after the half, so Webster getting it done offensively and defensively, but you can't overlook the play that they got from Glenn Watson Jr. 34 points last night for Glenn Watson Jr. He goes 7 of 8 from deep. This is a team that is locked in on the defensive end of the floor. They're getting some play, some timely play from their front line. Not great play, but really solid play. Ed Morrow, I think one of the most improved players in the league, and they don't win that game last night without the hustle plays made by Michael Jacobson.
Michael Jacobson is a really solid player, does a lot of little things, the kinds of things that help you win.
Yep.
Right? He's a guy who makes those winning plays. How about Webster, though? 49 minutes, I should say, played in that game out of a possible 50. I mean, amazing to be on the floor that long and yet at the end still have your legs to make some plays, which is what he did, particularly when you give the fact that Glenn Watson fouled out there. And so it was all Webster in that second overtime.
And a majority of that time, he had 4 fouls. You know, he had 4 fouls pretty early in the second half and was able to maintain the defensive intensity. But to your point, he has been outstanding. He got his team together in that road win at Indiana, gathered them all together. He understands, look, the clock is ticking for me. I'm the only senior playing. The rest of these guys are going to look for me, not just what I give tangibly, but intangibly.
I give a ton of credit, too, to Tim Miles for getting that team to believe. I mean, you lose a game like they lost at home. You hear the grumbling that there was, and for him to get them right back on course. And they played another game where they didn't play very well either against Southern and managed to escape and win it. But then since then, putting together these 3 straight wins, they